Hi, this is Mary Bukavalis and you're on Star Scene. And today we're joined by rock royalty. She rocks us in Super Jesus. She rocks us as a solo artist. And here she is, Sarah McLeod. Hey, Sarah.
Yo, hi Mary. Hello, baby.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm still alive. I'm still making music, so that's something. Yeah.
And it's been even more difficult for you during lockdown because of your loss of Chachi.
She was at the gig. She totally stole the show. Like I just paled in comparison, and she loved it. She would like walk on stage before me, and to go out there and like talk to the crowd. She'd be on the stage, like and everyone would be patting her, and they'd be like, "Judge, come in." And she'd get all the love from the front row. And then, even just when she'd walk on and I just hear the crowd all be like, "Judgy!" And they'd be like, "She must be here. Sarah's here, there's Judgy." And I'd be waiting on the side going, "Yeah, you go warm up the crowd, Judge."
It's fantastic. Yeah, such a loss.
And yeah.
The theme is just beautiful. It did make me cry. Yeah, just even thinking about it. And all the proceeds going to RSPCA. That's
because I don't, all I know is that I'm hardcore grieving and I don't know what to do about it. So I'm just trying to help other people who would be going through the same situation and just to help other dogs. I've got this beautiful affinity for old dogs. I just love old dogs. Now that I've realized how much soul they have in their last few years, like I love them. I like, puppies are okay, but they're bloody annoying. But old dogs are just divine. And the idea of old dogs not getting the funding that they need or being able to help them in some way. Like I want to start an old dogs home in a few years. I've got a plan. Yeah, me and a bunch of old dogs.
the poem that inspired your song. I had never heard before, but it's beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it? Like I found it so comforting. I hadn't heard of it either. Someone put it on my Facebook when I said, "Charge crossed over the Rainbow Bridge tonight." I just call it that, but I didn't know there was an actual thing. And someone posted the poem, and I was reading, going, "Oh my God!" So it's not just me being all spooky, going, "I'll meet you in heaven, man." Like that, it's a thing, and it's because it's in some form of art that lasts through time. I can solely believe that it is some form of legit pathway. Like other people have spoken about it. It's in literature. Now it's in a song, so it feels like it's real. So to me, I wasn't scared about her going anymore. I just was happy to think that that's where she was going. And I also had a friend of mine, Mick Skelton, the drummer from the Baby Animals. Mm-hmm. He had a near-death experience when he was in a car accident years ago, and he told me about it and what happens when you go into the afterlife and then come back, because he sort of died and then came back. And that information makes me really comfortable with death. So between that and the poem, I was like, she's okay. I'm just, all this grieving I'm doing is like selfish really, because I'm just grieving for me and my own loss. I know she's fine. It's just, I've got to deal with it. And then as soon as you start thinking that you're being super indulgent because you're just crying for yourself, you're like, come on, man, get it together. So I think that's more powerful to see the beauty in it and to celebrate the passing. Like just after she left, I cracked a bottle of champagne and I toasted to her and her journey.
That's beautiful, Sarah. You've announced a national tour.
Yes. So this tour was already set in stone for next year. It had nothing to do with Charch passing, but I was already going to announce it at the same time. But when Charch went, I thought, I've got to write this song. I had to write her song quickly, like while I had it in my mind anyway. I've got to write this quickly. I've got to write it while I'm still living at the farm where she lived, because I've moved now. And I had to write it on the piano that I had there that I knew I was going to leave. And so I gave myself 2 weeks to do it. So it just turned out that the single was ready at the same time that we had to. It wasn't meant to be like that, but I was like, great, then I only have to pay for one press release. Let's put the single out and announce the tour at the same time. So it's really weird, because normally when you announce a tour and have a single, it's all intertwined, but this was completely nothing to do with it. But the tour was, it was a throwback from when I was supposed to do the electric tour at the beginning of this year, and then we couldn't do it. So I was like, okay, we'll do it next year. And then as the year has gone on, I've changed a lot, and I've been playing piano in lockdown, and I sort of didn't really want to do it anymore. I wanted to do a piano tour. I wanted to come out of lockdown and do a piano tour. My agent was like, but that show you've got is great and you never actually toured it. Like, and we've got a cool name for it. Why don't you do that tour first and then you can do the piano tour? And I'm like, yeah, but that's, you know, I mean, that's how it should be, because it would give me time to get better at the piano, but I get too excited. So I was like, that's ages away. I want to do it now. So I said, what about if I put myself on as support as the piano player, because I'm still a bit of a novice, so, you know, I'm not ready for the main stage. So I'll do 2 sets. So I'm coming on doing the support as a piano player, and then I'm coming on as doing the full electric solo rock show as the main headliner.
That's amazing. You are so talented. You're so talented. And I've seen you play piano and you're amazing. So don't put yourself down, honestly.
Thanks, Mary. I'm trying. I think I need to get some lessons soon, because I'm just kind of, I don't know how to read music, so I'm going off guitar. So I pick the guitar up and I go, there's a D, ding, 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 and then I find it, ding, 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 and it goes the note here, and it takes forever. And every piece of music that I know how to play, I can only do it from sheer repetition. I just sit there and just play it over and over, and it's so hard. I'm like, come on, no, do it. And I'm like, do it again. Do it again. Like, I just sit there for hours and hours and hours on end, and I just do it blindfolded, you know, like, you've got to be able to do it. It's the only way, because it's hard. I've got 3/4 of a piano album written, and I'd like to release a couple more, and then I would like to release that after this One Electric Lady tour, so then I can go out as a pianist. I really just want to be a piano player now. I'm obsessed with it. Like, I have guitars, but they're in cases. I don't even look at them. Sorry, guys. They're all staring at me going, you used to love us. What happened? I've never been this passionate about music before. I learned guitar because I wanted to sing, and it was just to accompany myself. I've never really practiced guitar ever. And now that I've found this instrument that I love, I'm practicing it all the time, because I get such enjoyment out of it when I nail something. And I'm like, I sit there and play because I just think this piano is so sexy. Like, not, you know, the piano itself, I stare at it. I'm just like, you're the sexiest thing I've ever seen. That black lacquer and those black and white keys. I'm like, I love it. You know, just stare at it. I just drink wine and put candles on it and just look at it. And I'm like, I love it. So when I'm sitting at it and I can actually play it, I'm blowing my own mind that I can make it sound good. Like, the whole time I'm playing, I'm just thinking, this is incredible. I don't know what's happened here. I feel like Right Buddha and Crossroads. I just got like struck by lightning and suddenly I can play piano. Bizarre.
It's fantastic. And now you've moved. We actually thought in Victoria that we had claimed you as one of our own, and now you've moved.
I'm a child of the universe, Mary. I also have ants in my pants, and I move a lot. So God knows where I'll end up next, but I'm here for a little bit, maybe a year or so, who knows.
Yep. And you also have your Patreon. Tell us a little bit about that.
I do, and yes, which you're a member of. I love that. Yep, there you go. So McLeod's Wolfpack. So I saw Amanda Palmer does this, and I was researching what she does. So as everyone knows, in the music business, it's really hard to release songs and to get them to people and to get them to the right people. And it's a lot of red tape and rigmarole, and it costs a lot. And it actually puts me off releasing songs. I write heaps of songs and I never release them. So I thought, and it'd be great if I had just a group of people that, instead of just sending it out cold calling to everyone, if I found the right people and created a group and just put it on a super cheap subscription, and then I could just give them everything as I go. And then no one has to buy anything. You just all in it. And then as soon as I'm writing, I go, here it is. And then I don't have to like worry too much about making it sound good for radio or who's going to play it. I don't care anymore. I just write them and go, here. I mean, you know, I don't know if it's the smartest way of doing it for the big picture, but at the moment, I just really like getting that instant feedback. And I send things out that are, you know, 3/4 of the way through finished. I go, haven't quite finished the end bit, but, you know, what do you think of this? And going to put bass on it next week. And then everyone gets involved. And then they've got skin in the game too. So, you know, if you understand a process better and you know more about it, you're more inclined to be attached to it. Like, you know, I think there's plenty of people you walk past in the street, you go, hi. But if you were friends with them, when you hung out with them, you'd be like, hi, you know, and it's the attachment. Like, I'm not friends with everyone in the street because they're no good. I just don't know them.
And definitely so many people have got to know you through the Wolf Pack. You've held dinners and little chats with everyone. It's been great.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm scared of doing that to the whole, social media world as a general rule, because, there's a lot of ways people can come back and bite you on the ass. You don't want to give away too much. But if it's a small group of people that I know and they're really supportive, then I'm like, hey, I don't have to wear makeup anymore. I just sit around and this is what I'm doing now. And it's just like a bunch of buddies that it's like having my own little reality TV show.
That's fantastic. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
and
Mary.
good luck with everything.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.